You know, another thing I'm thinking about is just like when you're hurling insults or thinking insults, like, or just like ugly things, like, is this something that you want to have to deal with God? You're like, hey, you know what? I'm talking shit about your creation, you know? I mean, I've done some of those things before, and you know, and I think there's a point in which one has to stand for their values, and at another point, it's like, when are you grieving the spirit? You know, when are you grieving God by commenting a certain thing? By, you know, like, before you enter a comment, maybe pray about it. Like, is this what I should be saying out here? You know, is this how I should be representing myself? Like, to my other people? Is this going to help build a better world, or is this going to create more divisiveness? Like, really, like, what is the point? So if you have frustration, maybe you should pray to God about, like, help me with my frustration about this. Why am I so into, why is this my big problem? You know, like, maybe I need to focus in on, like, is this something that's saying something subconsciously about me? Why is this a place of hate? Is this what the enemy is doing to me? Is making me think about these hateful thoughts? Because if I was your enemy, that's what I would do. I would just make you think of hateful thoughts, and you think that you're so smart, and I'm so angry. I'm gonna hate this person, and yeah, that'll show them. You know, and but then at the same time, you're so frustrated, getting angry. You know, you're literally like, yeah, that would be a really good punishment. Like, quite frankly, that is one of the secret weapons there. It's just like, make you think that you're so smart, and then you're punishing yourself with the anger. You're punishing yourself with the sadness, and you know, later on you're like, you share it with someone else, and they might push back on you, and now you have to think, am I wrong? Am I being corrected by God? You know, what's happening here? You know, and you get, the more angry you get, the more you try to push your point, and then you're continuously getting angry. You're continuously just getting pissed, and then yet, like, you thought you're, like, you know, taking it to some trans person out there, but instead you're taking it to yourself. That's not very logical. It's not very, like, like, put it together, peeps. Put it together. Like, there's so much I think about it. Like, I get sometimes, you know, there's people who are parents or whatever. They're like, I wanted you know, I had a son or I had a daughter, and I wanted them this way. And I've lost my son. I've lost my daughter. You know, the only way you're losing them is by not loving them and accepting their transition, that things change over time. The problem is that you wanted to keep things static. You want to keep things static. You want to have it into a little trope and some little story that you've watched online. Oh, well, you know, me and my little boy to go play baseball together. Well, there's other kids who want to go play baseball with you. There's another kid who needs someone to go, you want to dress them up and take them out, or treat them as your little princess or whatever. Go find someone in need and do that. You know, go love someone else and do that portion. But just don't forget to love your kid. Put them out on the streets, and you call yourself a loving, a God-fearing person. You put your kid out on the street? I don't care. They're like, you would do that. You would deprive them of food and warmth, and like, no, you need to bring them back into your life. Hey, I'm sorry. You know, I'm working through this. I'm trying to change the way I thought about things. You know, if not for me, if not for you, for God. For God. You can do it for God? Like, you claim to love him so much. Go ahead, do it for him. Don't do it for me. Don't do it because of some idea of, oh, well, you know, I've got a virtue signal that I'm so good or whatever. No, do it for God. So that way he doesn't have to figure out how to house this kid. How to shelter and provide all the needs. since you have more than enough capability to do such a thing. For that, I say shame to you. Shame. Try to make someone else feel shameful for living their truth. No. No. Shame to you that you let the lie seep into your life and separate you from your kid.